Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about a fragrance from a brand Donna Karan, and this is the newish edition. This one is Donna Karan 24/7, so it's like an hourglass shaped bottle. And also I wanted to discuss this fragrance and then show you some of the fragrances that I have, the bottles that are they have a shape of our everyday objects. So I just wanted to talk to you about what is your attitude towards this kind of bottles. Do you prefer like normal bottles, or you want your bottle to be a bit more intricate, you want your bottle to be a bit more interesting? And yeah, let's start first with the fragrance. So the fragrance is relatively new, it's from 2025, and I haven't seen it in stores. I saw it online, so I couldn't test it. So I just got myself a smallest bottle, a 30 ml bottle. So this one is the packaging of the bottle. Kind of, it looks cool. It looks really nice. You can keep it if you want. You can just put here some of your brushes or pencils, what have you. So, and this one is eau de parfum and 30 ml bottle. So the bottle itself is very pretty. It's like silvery chromated, like chrome colored, and it opens like this, and this one is glass, so they certainly didn't go a cheaper way, because it's kind of expensive to make this kind of bottle because it's custom made. So, and overall it looks like an hourglass. So it kind of a fitting name, because 24/7 hourglass, so it's like that. And a bottle itself is like this, and just a normal sprayer, the classic sprayer, and there's nothing like outstanding about the sprayer. The sprayer is good, actually. So let's talk about the notes of this fragrance. The notes of this fragrance are pink pepper, rhubarb. We have quince, rose, jasmine sambac, green notes, tuberose, ambrox, super, musk, cedarwood, and sandalwood. So this is the fragrance. I know if you have seen the advertisement for this fragrance, but this fragrance is advertised as a fragrance for a like young and very active person, a woman in the case of advertisement. So it's positioned and it's advertised for women, this fragrance. And so this is a very dynamic fragrance, like 24/7 kind of type of life, from the morning till the late night. So work or study, and then work, and then maybe having some time with friends, and then maybe some disco, maybe some movie theater, something like that. So anyway, like a 24/7 fragrance that is gonna cover all your bases. So it's gonna be your work day fragrance, and late night out with the friends kind of fragrance. Anyway, fragrance itself, it has a rose note, and it's quite prominent. I have to be honest with you. In the beginning, when I got this fragrance, I wasn't a huge fan of this fragrance. Now, it is growing on me. It is growing on me because I don't really dislike the rose. I mean, this is kind of rose I tend to dislike, but because this is the rose that has a very strong, this kind of tart quince note in here, and then the other notes like the white flowers, and then the note of rhubarb, and then the pink pepper. There's so many other notes that I actually enjoy, that the rose, even though it's noticeable, it doesn't actually give me any trouble. I would prefer this rose not to be here, but it is here, but it doesn't really give me any trouble. I have to tell you, it is like flowery and green at the same time. It is also very tart. Now, bear in mind, this is a tart fragrance. If you are not getting along with tart fragrances, or like a little bit like soury fragrances, this might not be for you, or then just try it before you buy it, because it is quite tart. I don't dislike it. I like this kind of lemony tart fragrances. I do love them. I enjoy them. And this one is also very green, and it's very nice. It's kind of a little bit woodsy at the end. So this one is a nice fragrance that kind of, it has a lot of going on, lot of things that that are going on in the same moment. But this is what makes this fragrance so like everyday appropriate, each and every day appropriate, because it's different. I mean, it has so many notes, and if you just see for the first time the olfactive story of this fragrance, it almost feels like the fragrance notes are totally random here, but they work. In some way, they work. So it's a flowery green, quite a prominent rose note here, not really something that bothers me, and then the white flowers, a lot of woodsy white flowers. This one is a good fragrance. I do enjoy this fragrance. I kind of, at times, I kind of regret for that I have got myself on only 30 ml bottle, but then I think like I do have a lot of fragrances, and uh, I'm gonna be fine. So this is type of the fragrance that I would like use day to day, every single day, because it's nice, it's easy, it's kind of clean as well. I mean, there's a lot of going on, but still it's a bit tart, it's a bit green, it's a bit like ambroxany, so it's kind of, it gives this kind of clean vibe a little bit. So yeah, I'm overall really happy with the fragrance. The performance of this fragrance is very good, actually. I mean, it's not gonna be with you for the whole day, like 24 hours. It's not gonna be like that, but I mean, good 6 hours I get out of this fragrance. But mind you, when I'm testing the fragrance, I do make only one spray, and then it lasts like for a good 6 hours. And at the end, what I get is like a green and woodsy fragrance. The queens goes out, the rose goes out, but then the woodsy and the green is what I have on my skin for like 6 hours. So overall, it's not a bad release. I like this one. I don't. I'm not sure about. I mean, I do love the advertisement. I do love everything about and the bottle is quite fun. But because they are making this advertisement and it's kind of targeted towards kind of younger audience, I'm afraid that this is gonna be a bit limiting, because so many people, they kind of seem to be kind of bounded by what a brand is telling them. So if a brand is telling them, if a brand is sending a message that this is a fragrance for a younger audience, then the older audience will probably not dare to go out and test this fragrance. And yet again, there's this shape of the bottle that might not be to everyone's liking. I mean, I kind of, I don't mind this bottle. It's not that I like this bottle, but I don't mind this bottle because it's made, it's very well made. It's not gimmicky, it's not cheaply made. It's a very well made bottle. So I kind of, I'm okay with that. I don't like it. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I just need all my fragrances to have this same shape of the bottle. Absolutely not. But it's not a bad bottle. So the fragrance is okay. I mean, I do have some questions about the advertisement. I mean, they probably intended this advertisement to be focused on a younger audience, but then it's not very nice to cut out all the other age groups. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and now we're gonna talk about these fragrances, the bottles of fragrances that kind of remind us of everyday objects. And I have to be honest with you, I am not a huge fan of bottles that do not look like bottles. I mean, I like simplicity, even though, yeah, I do have a lot of fragrances. I enjoy my cosmetics. I do have like over overflow of cosmetics, so I kind of a maximalist in that sense. But I do love my bottles, I love my eyeshadows to be as simple as it is possible, like a simple design. I don't like anything like that goes overboard. The same goes with the bottles, because I sometimes I just need a bottle that looks like bottle, and B, the bottles that are having this kind of odd shape, they're very usual. They're like very often a bit difficult to store, because they take up space, and ideally, and I know that there's going to be so many people that do not agree with me on that, I would prefer all my bottles to be like that, like the Montal bottles. I do think that Montal bottles, they are very good because they are made of aluminum, so they are protecting your fragrance from the sun, and also they are very very easy to store. They are light, and I actually like that it unscrews and you can pour the fragrance out if you need. You just can decant it if you need. So I love the Montal bottles, but it's not the Montal bottles that I'm gonna be talking to you about. I'm gonna be showing you some of the bottles that I have, the shapes of the bottles that I have that not necessarily I'm a huge fan of. And I'm gonna start with this one. I mean, I love the scent and I do love the brand, but this one is a bit and again, this one is very very well made. None of these bottles is poorly made. All of them are very well made. So this one is Bonbon by Viktor and Rolf, and I mean, it is pretty, isn't it? It is pretty, but it's just a bit too girly, and the fragrance is girly. Yes, I do understand that, but I mean, I like simplicity, and this one isn't simple. I mean, and then it's kind of difficult to hold it. I mean, it's not difficult to hold it and to spray it once you understand how to hold it and how to spray it. But I mean, it takes up a lot of space and I'm not necessarily a fan of it. Next one is, this one, I mean, this one is an older bottle. I haven't seen, well, it's not that I haven't tried newer bottles. I do believe that they have changed a little bit the design of it, but this one is Lolita Olympica, and this one is the apple, like enchanted apple. And the sprayer, if you have ever seen this kind of bottles, the sprayer is like in the wick of this apple. It is here, here, so I hope that you can see it. Let me just, yeah, it is here. So you have to spray it like that, like so. And sometimes it's very very nice. It's very light licorice, and also it has some violet notes, and it's a very very pretty beautiful fragrance. So anyway, sometimes this wick, it isn't like very stable. Sometimes it crooks and it becomes a bit difficult to push it. But anyway, this one, it's not a bad design, but again, it's a bit gimmicky. It's a bit too much of the design, and also this one being not very stable. I'm not a huge fan of it, but the fragrance is good. The fragrance is fantastic. Then this one, and this is again Viktor and Rolf, and this is again a fragrance that reminds us of an everyday object, and I hope that these objects will cease to become everyday objects one day, but it is what it is for now. So this one is the bomb. So it's a flower bomb, and it looks like a bomb eventually, and it's a nice fragrance, and this one is actually a nice bottle. It's very comfortable to hold it in your hand. I have no problem with this one. So anyway, yeah, no, I'm not a super huge fan of it being a bomb, because as I've told you maybe in some other videos, I love my fragrances to bring me joy, and the bomb doesn't bring me joy, but then well, I love the fragrance. So next one is a star, and oh my gosh, and next one is a star, and the star is by Mugler, and this star happens to be, this one is a Croisier 2020, It has a beautiful note of fig in this fragrance. This one is a beautiful fragrance, very, very nice. I love it. It was a limited edition. The problem with this one that it doesn't stand. It just doesn't stand. It can't stand. It's no, it just can't stand. The solution to this problem would be maybe make something that would hold it, like some kind of plastic little little stand. I actually like that they have extended this plastic thing, the plastic tube, so it kind of goes up to this star, the end of the star, so you can kind of suck up all the fragrance. This one is good, but it doesn't stand, it just lays down, and I don't love it. Other than that, yeah, I have never had any problems with the sprayer. I do know that some people do have problems with this the sprayer, because supposedly for some people it doesn't always sprays in a good way. I didn't have any problems with this, I have to say. Now luckily they do have newer stars, and the stars can stand, so I love this one. That they can stand. The shoe, and oh my gosh, so many people are hating on the shoe, hating on the Carolina Herrera shoe. And again, it's not it's not a thing that I like. It's not the bottle that I love, but the shoe itself, it's made very well. I mean, the bottle is very well made. It's not gimmicky. There's so many like fake Carolina Herrera. Well, they're not fakes, they're kind of dupes, but they're like poorly made dupes. And the shoes that are from these fragrances, they are absolutely horrible. They're just absolutely hideous. But this one is very well made, and I'm not opposed to it. I do not love it because it takes up a lot of space, but I'm not against it. Again, I'm not against any of these fragrances. I like these fragrances because I love them. That's why I have them in my collection. But then the shapes, and then this one is probably the one that I remember my husband telling me, oh my gosh, this eye is haunting me. It's just it's looking at me, and this is Kenzo World, and it looks like an eye. It was supposed to make it was supposed to look like an eye. So, and I used to have these two bottles, one next to another. So I did have two eyes like that, and he told me that they are haunting him. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this shape. I'm not a fan that it's like it's so like elongated. But anyway, again, not a bad fragrance at all, but the bottle is kind of odd. And then again, eventually, when I started like closely looking at these eyes, and when these eyes are just one next to another, it does really look like they are looking at you and judging you. So some other, like, I don't have a lot of these oddly shaped bottles, I have to tell you. This one, it doesn't really take up too much space, because the bottle, the bottom of the bottle is like a kind of round shaped, kind of normal round shaped bottle. But this one is Daisy, beautiful fragrance with fig. It has fig tree, and it's such a beautiful fragrance. But this is a plastic fantastic flower. Again, because it stands with other fragrances that are not very high, it doesn't really bother me. But should I have only higher bottles, then this would be definitely not a very good thing for my collection. But anyway, this one is actually nicely made, so it doesn't look gimmicky, it doesn't look cheap. But yeah, but the box for this fragrance was absolutely huge. It was absolutely very, very big. I do have some other fragrances here. I do have some apple. I actually do have two apples. I have already showed you the apple, and I have two other apples. So this one is apple by Donna Karan, and this one the apple by Nina Ricci, and yeah, this one opens up. We have a sprayer like that. It takes a lot of space, not when it is 30 ml, but it is 100 ml, then it takes a lot of space, and I don't really like it. This one is probably the one that I don't really mind because it's teeny tiny. It doesn't take a lot of space. Look at this one. This one and this one, they are both 30 ml, but this one takes much less space. And the only thing that reminds us of an apple is this kind of leaves in here. And then I'm gonna show you the heart. I'm gonna show you the heart, and the heart is here, and the heart is from Escada. I do actually have two hearts like that, and I'm not really mad at this one because you open it up and it's kind of your standard sprayer, your standard bottle. Oh, it's nice. It's like kind of bubblegummy thing. So I'm not mad at it. It's not bad. It's actually kind of cute. And I'm gonna finish with my favorite, one of my favorite brands is this Jean Paul Gaultier, and I'm gonna show you. So we have Classique. Well, this is Classique Divine, and I do not enjoy the bottle shape. I have never loved Classique shape. I have never loved the bottle. I mean, I'm not against the bottle, but I would prefer it to be like a normal bottle, but it isn't in the shape of a woman. I mean, I get it. It's fine. I don't mind. I'm not a fan, but I do not mind. So I have this one, and I also have Le Male, obviously. I do have a Le Male version, and Le Male it's kind of a Pride version some years back. So again, I'm not a fan, but I'm not opposed to it actually. So yeah, do please tell me if you like bottles that are shaped like that. If you like bottles that remind us of everyday objects like shoe or an apple or an hourglass, and what are your favorite or not your favorite bottles. I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful Sunday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.